Arsenal are trying to fire on all fronts. Of course, there is the Eze deal that is still on the table. There's a lot of rumors about Eze going to Arsenal and Crystal Palace preparing their financial accordingly, trying to find a replacement. But also, Arsenal are not sleeping. I know that a lot of people keep telling us, and maybe that is the truth, that Arsenal are only going to get one forward. We keep getting mixed signals from Arsenal and also the journalists around. But before we talk about that and the targets that Arsenal have been like looking at and the targets that are revealed yesterday or today, depending on when are you watching this video, make sure to hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'm gonna start by saying a couple of things. Everyone remembers, or the majority or some of the Arsenal fan base were panicking about Cisco deal. Why are Arsenal targeting Cisco, not targeting Eucharist? Just for everyone to be surprised and discover that Andrea Berta was working on the background trying to get Eucharist as well. He lowered the price of Eucharist. He got the player that he wants across the line. You agree with the signing or you disagree with it, that's different. But everyone was thinking that Andrea Berta is just going to come in and not work on the behind the in the background, but he did. So I'm going to see and assume that Arteta, the board, Andrea Berta as the sporting director, are looking at this Arsenal team and actually seeing the shortcomings of the team that maybe they will hinder them this season from winning the league or winning trophies this season. I know there is a little bit of overreaction in terms of what they did in the preseason. But when the season starts, we might see Zubamendi, Odegaard, and Rice together. We'll see what happens in the left wing. And also Eucharist is going to be there, of course, starting as a forward. So we're going to have to wait and see what Arsenal do. But we all know that currently Arsenal are targeting Eze. As it says in front of you, that Crystal Palace are working on arranging the financials as Eze deal with Arsenal remains in the play. Contingency plan. So they are trying to find a replacement. That tells me that Arsenal is still monitoring Eze and they're waiting for the right time for them to bid. Maybe they're looking for the outgoings, for the Fabio Vieiras, for the Trossard to leave the club. So for Arsenal are trying to prepare the money for Eze. People are talking about a release clause. I think the release clause has expired. Arsenal may be working in the background again, trying to lower the price. Why do I think Arsenal need Eze? In my opinion, they need a backup plan for Odegaard in the midfield. But also they need someone that can actually play with Odegaard in the middle as well. Imagine Arsenal playing against a low block. And yes, you have Rice, you have Zubamendi, and you have Odegaard, and nothing is happening through the middle. You'll take one of the defenders or one of the midfielders in Rice or Zubamendi, and you put Eze in as an X factor. The reason why I'm saying as an X factor, because I believe Eze provides something outside of the box. He is the enigma. He's not the one that is just going to follow the instructions from Mikel Arteta about the passing the ball around, about this being sticking to the plan. I think Eze provides that extra dribbling ability, shooting ability from outside the box, someone that can make things happen out of nothing, which is what Arsenal need, to be honest, if you watch them sometimes, because the majority of them are just sticking to the plan. But the Eze deal is going in the background. Every time I'm reading an article, I know that most likely Eze, at the end of this window, or maybe even before the season starts, maybe Crystal Palace are waiting until they play the what is it called, the Charity Shield or the Community Shield this weekend. And then in the week before the season starts, maybe the Eze deal will actually happen. The reason why, maybe they want Eze to play that game. Maybe they take it seriously and they want Eze to play and they don't want to disturb the rest of the team. That's why I'm thinking that last week before the season starts will actually play a crucial part. But Arsenal might not be stopping there. There are news that haven't been confirmed, but they actually have been reported by someone that has been spot on in this window. And I know that a lot of people don't like him. He said that Liverpool and Arsenal both have actually sent a proposal for a loan with an obligation to buy next season for Rodrygo. We all know that Arsenal and Liverpool are trying to get Rodrygo because if he leaves, he prefers the Premier League. I think that if Arsenal sign Rodrygo and they sign Eze as well, that completes the team completed. There is nothing left for Arsenal to do for this team. That is the final piece and the final thing for Arsenal to actually be probably one of the favorites or the favorites to win the league. If Liverpool get Rodrygo along with Isak, hats off to them. That is a fantastic and a phenomenal signing for them. But I don't think that Liverpool will get a centre back, will get Isak, and also will get Rodrygo. I don't think that's going to happen. The Isak deal has been going for a bit. But all I have to say is that it is actually now confirmed that Arsenal are trying to sign Rodrygo. There are the news that is here that the genuine interest for Arsenal on Rodrygo is actually hindered by the wages. But my opinion, and this is what I want to say, that I don't think the wages is going to be a big deal. And the reason why, because if Rodrygo has to leave and he has to play football, he doesn't have any other options. He's on 200K a week at Real Madrid, and he has like 3 years left, if I'm not mistaken. If Arsenal offer him 4 or 5 years with the same wages, with bonuses, if they win the Champions League or the league, or he scores some certain amount of goals, I think he will take the option. He would rather. Maybe that is just footy judge Mo. And you let me know in the comment section if you agree with me or not. Maybe that's just me, like someone who is competitive enough. Rodrygo wants to play football. If he's not in the plans of Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid, which it looks like he is not in the plans of Xabi Alonso, he would leave Real Madrid to go to play football. Is Arsenal the right place for him? You can say yes, you can say no, because basically they can convince him that you're the last piece of this puzzle. We created a great team. And especially because Arsenal beat Real Madrid last season, we know 5-1 in the Champions League. So maybe he will join Arsenal and be part of that team. I think this Rodrygo thing is actually being set on the table, that I think it's something that we need to look out for in case he leaves. I think Fabrizio Romano has not said once that Rodrygo has made a final decision to stay at Real Madrid. This is when some people come in my comment section and tell me that Footy Judge Mo, you do clickbait. Rodrygo staying. There's not even one journalist that confirmed that he's staying. They are saying that he prefers to stay. He wants to stay. And who doesn't want to play for Real Madrid? Everyone wants to play for Real Madrid. But if you're not going to be playing football matches in a World Cup year, how are you gonna go and play for Brazil in the World Cup if you are not playing for Real Madrid? If there are other wingers around there that are playing, like Rafinha at Barcelona, scoring goals left and right, like Vini Jr. as well. There are other players that will be ahead of him if he doesn't play football and prove himself that he's one of the best, and maybe he's better than Rafinha or Vini Jr., for him to actually get a start in place. That's why maybe Arsenal or Liverpool are the right place for him. We know that both teams, he goes and starts on that left wing, which is where he wants to play. But Arsenal also are monitoring this guy, Ademola Lookman. Inter have been trying all summer. My team have been trying all summer, trying to get Lookman. All what they are asking for is 50 million euros. That is what Atalanta are doing. And don't get me started on Inter not actually trying to negotiate for 5 million euros. But it looks like Arsenal are trying to monitoring the guy. They are having him as a backup option to Eze or Rodrygo in case something happens. But maybe Arsenal will snatch him. Ademola Lookman is someone that I genuinely think provides a lot to Arsenal. He's direct. He's great. A goal scorer. Had a good season last season and the season before. We watched him play in the Europa League when he actually won Europa League and scored a hat-trick in the final. That was phenomenal by him. So I'm looking at Ademola Lookman. I'm thinking, bro, this is great. This is fantastic and phenomenal. I think you can make things happen at Arsenal. You let me know in the comment section, because I think Arsenal need a forward, and one of these three should join Arsenal. But I don't see Eze as actually a left winger. I think Eze needs to be in the midfield, and that midfield needs to be Odegaard, Rice, Zubamendi, Mereno, Norgard, and Eze. That left wing, Arsenal should sell Martinelli. There is a lot of people that are hesitant about selling Martinelli. I think Arsenal should take the hit. And they should sell Martinelli and try to get Lookman or Rodrygo, someone from that ilk on that left side. There is the talk about Leao. A lot of Arsenal fans don't like him. but I think Leao is a top-notch player. But which player would you prefer? If I'm giving you a choice, you tell me Rodrygo, Eze, Lookman, or Eze, Rodrygo, Lookman. You let me know, or you want both of them. You let me know what you guys think in the chat. But Arsenal, I'm just going to say something. Andrea Berta has surprised a lot of us. I've surprised Arsenal fans. I've surprised rivals. When everyone was thinking the Arsenal signed Sisco, but at the end he signed Victor Gyökeres. He got Zubamendi over the line. A lot of people are saying that he was thinking about it. He got easy deals, of course, like Mosquera, like Norgard, like Kepa as backup. So he's working in the background. So you got to trust him a little bit if you're an Arsenal fan. I still think that Arsenal needs some adjustments, some players. They're not finished yet. I think they're going to sign a player or two in this window. And I think the team will be all right this season. I'm still looking at Mikel Arteta to change the way he plays football. That is my opinion. To be more direct, to serve Victor Gyökeres more. We haven't watched the whole team plays. I'm going to give you this. I haven't watched the whole team play, so I'm waiting for this. But the signs are a little bit iffy. But I still have to wait and see the final game they're going to play, probably next week before the season starts. And then there's only 7-8 days left until Arsenal start their the Premier League against Man United. You guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Hit that like button, guys, in the chat, in the comment section, and let me know what you guys think. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment underneath. Help the channel, and I will see you guys later.